Terriers in white with the black letters and numbers. Gold trim will go from left to right in the first half. Reggie DeGray wins the opening tip. Carolina, or Western Carolina, in purple with the white letters and numbers, and gold trim will go right to left. Man-to-man defense for Western. We've got a whistle off the ball as Ian Chadwick had out high. We'll get a call against one of the Catamounts. That'll go against Derek Drummond for knocking over a Terrier who was setting a screen. Drummond tried to fight his way right through the screen. That's the first on him, first on the team. Donald Davis working up front against Fleming. Goes on the left wing to Ian Chadwick. Chadwick double team momentarily up top to Forbes. Forbes guarded by Phillips. That's a good matchup. Alfred once to the floor with the right hand. In on the block to Reggie DeGray. He'll back in. Hook shot good over a double team. Reggie DeGray picking up where he left off the other night in Johnson City. Gives the Terriers a 2-0 lead. Western hurries the ball down the floor. Phillips up top, handling with the dribble. He'll flip it away to Fleming to start the offense. Terriers in a man-to-man set. Whitmore goes out high to Graham, guarded there by DeGray. Right wing to Phillips. Now Fleming up top to Drummond. He's going to let fly with a three. No good. Rims out, and the rebound comes away to Forbes. Terriers with the ball and a 2-0 lead. We've played 1 minute at the Ben Johnson Arena. Reggie DeGray on the left wing goes to Ian Chadwick up top. Chadwick guarded out there by Drummond, both at 6'3". Chadwick crossover dribble to the right side. Goes on the wing to Crenshaw. Crenshaw works in with a left hand to the foul line. Pops a 12-footer and misses. And a powerful rebound hauled in by Jarvis Graham using his right arm. Western again hustles it up the floor. Entry pass goes in low to Whitmore. He plays catch with Drummond out on the perimeter. Now here's Fleming letting fly with a three over Davis. Barely drew iron, and Mac Crenshaw has the rebound for the Terriers. Crenshaw boxing out on Bobby Phillips, hoping for a foul call as Phillips climbed up his back. No whistle, but the Terriers have it, leading 2-0. Donald Davis goes on the left wing to Chadwick, guarded by Drummond. Up top to Forbes. Forbes right wing to Davis. Ball fake around Fleming to the baseline. He's cut off there by a double team. Forbes. Chadwick working left side of the lane. Cut off nicely by Drummond. And it's Crenshaw to Forbes on the right wing. Now Davis, 6 on the shot clock for Ian Chadwick. Three-pointer good. Ian Chadwick buries a tray with 4 seconds on the shot clock. And Wofford again out to a quick start, leading our ball game 5-0 over the Catamounts. 17:50 to play in the first half. Whitmore driving with his right hand around Crenshaw out front. And Crenshaw gets beat with the feet, and he'll be called for the body foul trying to catch up. That's 1 on Mac and 1 on the team. Ian Chadwick burying a three-pointer late in the possession for Wofford. Had a wide open look. He has been in double figures 3 consecutive games. Terriers go with a substitution early on. Mac Crenshaw will take a seat. Rashane DeLoach enters the ball game at the center spot. He had 4 points Saturday at ETSU. Fleming takes the inbounds pass high up on the right side. Bumps bodies with Davis. Now right wing to Phillips. Drives baseline. Hangs in the air. Double clutches. Shot won't go around Forbes. And the rebound comes down to Rashane DeLoach. Terriers doing a nice job on the defensive glass early on. Richard Johnson said that would be a key. Ian Chadwick on the left wing. Out front to Reggie DeGray. Guarded there by Whitmore. Reggie giving up 3 inches. Gives away on the right wing to Forbes to Davis. Left side now to Chadwick. Chadwick lobs it low for DeGray. He'll go up for the shot and score as he puts it in over Jarvis Graham, and Western Carolina will use a 20-second timeout. DeGray now has 4 points. 17-14 to play in the first half. Wofford leading 7-0 over the Catamounts. Back in a moment on AM 950
WSPA Spartanburg.
Following their 20-second timeout, Catamounts bring the ball up the floor, moving right to left. Wofford leading 7-0 at the other end now. Wild shot put up and missed by Jarvis Graham from 7 feet away. It's an air ball out of bounds over the end line to Wofford. Terriers out to another quick start. Reggie DeGray, even though he's giving up 2-3 inches in on the low post offensively, showing no fear going up for his shots. Donald Davis, right wing to Alfred Forbes, up top to Chadwick. Chadwick, left wing to Davis. Donald works the floor with the right hand to Forbes on the right wing, drives around Phillips, hangs in the air, jump shot off the backboard, no good from 6 feet away. Quick rebound to Fleming. Fleming the other way, left wing to Graham, wants to run around Forbes' baseline. He throws up an air ball. Phillips with the rebound. His putback won't go. Ball comes away to Whitmore. His shot is blocked by DeGray. However, Jarvis Graham gets the loose ball and lays it in. And the Terriers' lead has been trimmed to 7-2. 16:25 to play in the half. Set Chadwick in the backcourt at the far side as Western applies some token pressure. Chadwick into the forecourt to DeGray, and he'll hand it off to Donald Davis to run the offense. Davis between his legs with the dribble, working out high against Fleming. Up top to Chadwick. Chadwick left wing now to Forbes, guarded there by Phillips. Forbes to Davis at the foul line, runs into the paint, pass off the foot of a Catamount, and taken away by Fleming. Fleming feeds underneath to Phillips, filling the lane. Phillips lays it in, and he's fouled from behind. Basket will count. Transition bucket for Western Carolina. An ill-advised pass by Donald Davis. Bounced it right off the leg of a defender. Western on the break. And Phillips will have a shot at a three-point play. The foul call goes against Wofford's Alfred Forbes, his first team second. Substitution for Western Carolina, Joel Bryson, a 6'5 sophomore from Horseshoe, North Carolina, into the lineup. Bryson averaging 5.2 points per game. Phillips' free throw attempt is good. And we have our first media timeout of the ball game. 15:58 to play here. Nothing lead. It's now a 7-5 Terrier lead as we return to action with 15:55 to play in the first half. Wofford spreading the floor on offense. Western Carolina showing a 2-3 zone for the first time tonight. Ian Chadwick handling out high. Terriers standing around offensively. Chadwick trying to penetrate against Graham. Phil Hopkins keeping his defenders back. Chadwick double team, gets it away to Davis. Left wing now to Forbes. Alfred now double teamed in along the baseline. Picks up his dribble after one bounce. Gets it in low to Terrencio White. Up top to Chadwick. 3 on the shot clock. Hangs in the air. Shot over Graham. Won't go after a double clutch. Rebound out of bounds to Wofford. Last touch by Bobby Phillips. Terriers finally getting a shot off with 1 second on the shot clock. Chadwick had to hang in the air to do it. And he was short with an 8-footer. Rashane DeLoach will check out. Mac Crenshaw back in for Wofford. Terriers up 2 with the ball. Chadwick to Davis. Left wing Alfred Forbes. Lobs it low to Crenshaw. Double team. Went up for the shot. No foul. He missed it. Rebound loose on the floor. This time the shot is blocked by Graham as Crenshaw goes back up. And Mac will get to shoot a couple. Jarvis Graham committing his first personal foul. 2 on the team. Mac Crenshaw working hard on the offensive glass. He was 5 of 6 from the line Saturday night at East Tennessee State. Mac, a 61% free throw shooter, will get 2 shots right here. And his first shot is good. Terriers up 8-5. Mac will get another. Big senior out of Jacksonville, Florida. Second shot good. 9-5. Fleming again will bring it up the court quickly for the Catamounts. Angling to the right wing with his dribble. Gives it away to Drummond at the 3-point circle. That's where he's most comfortable. Now Fleming will circle up top with the left hand. Graham on the left wing. Drives around Crenshaw to the baseline. And Mac will be called for the hand check. 2 on Mac, 3 on the team. And now Reggie DeGray will have to come back in as Crenshaw is in early foul trouble. Mac will take a seat. DeGray enters the ball game. Western will inbound over the Terrier end line. Just under 15 minutes to play in the first half. The inbounds comes in the left corner to Phillips, guarded there by Alfred Forbes. Phillips once to the floor with the right hand, goes up top to Bryson. Bryson to Fleming on the right wing to Drummond. Drummond hands away to Bryson, a 3-point threat. Covered out there by Terrencio White. Now Graham almost throws it away past Fleming on the far side. Now Bryson going to pop an 18-footer from the right wing. Got it. Joey Bryson shooting 50% from the floor. A 6'5 sophomore cuts the Terrier lead to 9-7. Western showing a 3/4 court trap. Terriers break with a pass to the center of the floor to Forbes in the forecourt. Now Davis, left wing Ian Chadwick. As the Catamounts have gone back to a man-to-man set. Terrencio White works the floor with the left hand, picks up his dribble up top, hands away to Chadwick. Chadwick guarded out there by Drummond, backs away with his dribble, now switches over to the right hand, goes on the wing to Davis. Donald drives to the foul line. Hook pass goes out to Forbes, gets a man off his feet with the ball fake, and he hits a 15-footer. Alfred Forbes deking Bobby Phillips off his feet, and the Terriers up 11-7. Alfred with his first 2 points. for Western, driving to the basket, missing the layup. Bryson, nice job by Reggie DeGray and Terenthio White to get over. White may have got a piece of the ball on the way up. 13:42 to play in the half. Terriers with the ball up 4. Donald Davis on the right wing to Forbes. Alfred about 25 feet away, up top to Chadwick. Chadwick holding out front, right wing to White. Terenthio trying to work with the right hand around Bryson. Now switches over to the left, back to the right, drives to the basket, missed the layup. Pretty move, he had a lane, but the layup didn't go. Bryson rebounds, Fleming forecourt, right wing to Drummond, bounce pass in low to Phillips, backs in on a double team. His pass stolen by Terenthio White. Terenthio running 2-on-1 to DeGray, and what do we have? A foul call, and who'd they get? They get Reggie DeGray for the offensive foul. We had contact under the basket, had to wait to see what the official would say, and they get DeGray for the charge as he tried to fill the lane on the 2-on-1 break. That's a tough call against Reggie. One on the Terrier forward, and that is now 4 on the team. 13:05 to play in the half. Terriers leading 11-7. Up top, here's Drummond. Drummond drives right side of the lane against Chadwick, picks up his dribble, gets it low to Bryson, fall away shot over to Gray, gets the kind roll and drops from 4 feet away. Tough shot put in by Joey Bryson, who has now scored 4 points off the bench, and the Terrier lead is 11-9. Chadwick up top to Starzy Walker, who has entered the ball game. Right wing to White. He'll give away to Davis. He'll circle up top with the right hand. Gives away to Chadwick. Ian for 3. No good from the right wing. Weak side rebound comes off to Bobby Phillips. Phillips in the forecourt now to Brett Carey, who has entered the ball game. Carey, a guard forward, 6'4", handling the ball out front. Left wing now to Drummond. Drummond in on the baseline to Phillips. Double team there. Whitmore, right wing Carey. Let's fly with a 3. Too much off the back iron. Ian Chadwick gathers it in for Wofford. Terriers have the ball with 12:07 to play in the first half, leading our ball game 11-9. Chadwick high up on the right side, up top to Walker. Now in the left corner, here's Davis. Baseline move as he scoots around Carey. Carey got him with the hand check. That'll be a foul call. Donald Davis faking to his right, going to his left. Beat Carey downstairs, and Carey made up for it with his hands. That's 1 on Carey, 3 on the team. Davis and White will sit down for Wofford. Terriers check in John Pryor and Bishop Ravenel. A couple of freshmen will see their first action. Western again settles back into a 2-3 zone. Terriers with the ball up 2 points. John Pryor holding out front, giving all sorts of room. Right wing to Starzy Walker, guarded by Whitmore. Pryor, left wing now to Chadwick. Chadwick back up to Pryor, right wing to Starzy Walker. Thought about a 3, but Whitmore got in the way. Now Pryor looking to penetrate. Instead goes right wing to Walker. Starzy for 3, and the shot will go, but it's going to be waved off. The rebound took a high bounce off the backboard, and it hit the shot clock, which is out of bounds. Then it fell through, but that ball ruled out of bounds over to Western Carolina. 11:26 to play in the half. Wofford's lead 11-9. Right corner, it's Whitmore. Drives baseline, and he lays it in, and he's fouled. Whitmore let go of the ball on his drive to the basket, found the handle once again, then laid it in and was fouled on top of that. Whitmore may have been traveling, but the officials don't see it that way. We're tied at 11. Terrier foul. 41. Their 5th of the half as a team. And we're trying to pick up who it was on. It was on John Pryor, his first. Whitmore looking for the 3-point play. Shot no good. However, the rebound comes down to Bryson. He turns and scores. Offensive rebound on a missed free throw. The putback by Joey Bryson in Western Carolina on what essentially turns out to be a 4-point play, now leading 13-11. Ian Chadwick high up on the left side will circle up top with a right-handed dribble. He's guarded out there by Bryson. Now on the left wing, here's Ravenel. Ravenel to Walker, 3-point circle to Chadwick. Chadwick against the man-to-man, double-teamed, right baseline to Pryor, back up to Chadwick. Ian works into the paint, drives all the way, switches hands and scores off the glass. Ian Chadwick with 7 ticks on the shot clock. Found a lane to the bucket after faking the 3-pointer. We're tied at 13 for Western. Whitmore runs right baseline, forces up a shot and scores over Bishop Ravenel. Tough play and a heck of a basket by Dondrell Whitmore, a 6'6" junior. Fought his way around Ravenel. 15-13, Western leading Wofford. 10:23 to play in the half. Starzy Walker against Phillips out front. And let's see, we've got a whistle off the ball. Who'd they get? One of the Catamounts this time. I believe it was Whitmore jockeying down low with Reggie DeGray. 1 on Whitmore, 4 on the Catamounts. Terriers will get a new shot clock as DeGray will take a seat. Starzy Walker in there along with Rashane DeLoach, Bishop Ravenel, Ian Chadwick, and John Pryor. Meanwhile for Western now, Paul Cuthbertson entering the ball game, a 6'2 junior. First time we've seen him play tonight. Cuthbertson from Cleveland, North Carolina, a junior college transfer. Chadwick takes the inbounds. Three-pointer from the right baseline will not go. Hustles it down. Chadwick gets his own rebound. Terriers get it back. Western in a 1-3-1 zone. Here's Walker up top to Pryor. Pryor 30 feet away, dead ahead on the right wing to Chadwick, a good 25 feet away. Terriers content to play the perimeter against the zone. Chadwick to Pryor, high up on the right side. Pryor drives off a pick from DeLoach, kicks it out to Walker. Starzy for 3, missed it. And the rebound cleared by Stacy Irvin, who is checked in for the Catamounts. Western with a 2-point lead in the ball. Baseline jumper put up at the other end, missed by Whitmore from 10 feet away. And Starzy Walker is there for the weak side board for Wofford. 9:36 to play in the half. John Pryor will walk into the forecourt with the Terriers, trailing 15-13. Bishop Ravenel along the right wing. He has not scored in 4 straight games. He was sidelined with the flu. Now here's Walker, high up on the right side to Chadwick, left wing to Pryor. Pryor tries to make a move around Bryson, and he traveled. Or actually, he tried to get around Carey, and he traveled. Terriers turn the ball over. Pryor with a rare turnover. Southern Conference scoreboard. Furman leads Georgia Southern 9-5 early in the first half. And we'll get some other scores for you as we move along. For Western Carolina, they've got the ball up to Fleming, trying to drive left. Now kicks it away to Irvin. Irvin to Fleming as he works into the paint. Gets it away to Graham. 17-footer put up and short. And Bishop Ravenel clears for Wofford. Terriers doing a good job on the offensive boards. Only 2 stickbacks that I can recall thus far tonight for Western Carolina. Pryor right wing to Alfred Forbes, guarded there by Bobby Phillips out of a man-to-man set up top to Pryor. Western has been switching defenses with nearly every possession. Ravenel with the left hand, drives into the paint, scoops and won't go. DeLoach tries to come up with the rebound. It's out of bounds off the foot of a Catamount. Rashane couldn't hang on to it. Terriers catch a break as the ball remains in Wofford's possession. Trailing 15-13. Forbes triggers it in on the right wing to Ravenel, up top to Starzy Walker. Walker to Pryor, right wing to Walker, open for a 3, rattles out. Forbes with the offensive rebound, and he lays it in. Alfred got great position on 2 guys taller than him. One of them was Phillips, and the Terriers tie the game at 15. Now for Western Carolina, Cuthbertson looking to penetrate. Can't do so as he's bodied by Starzy Walker. Now a steal. Alfred Forbes takes a pass away from Phillips, runs all the way down the floor, and he jams. Alfred Forbes with the steal and the stuff. And the Terriers now on a 4-0 run, getting the crowd into it, leading 17-15. The netting got hung up in the basket, and that'll give us a media timeout. 7:50. We'll keep you up to date. Right here, the Terrier men leading 17-15 over Western here at the Ben Johnson Arena. Following the media timeout with under 8 minutes to play in the half, Bobby Phillips runs baseline, throws up an air ball from 8 feet away. Weak side rebound for Graham. His shot is blocked, but he gets it back. Hook shot from in close, no good off the back iron, and John Pryor rips it down for Wofford. Crowd applauding the Terriers' hustle here in the first half. Pryor with it out front, guarded by Fleming, who has re-entered the game. Freshman working against the senior. Ravenel goes on the right wing to Pryor. Pryor to Walker. Skip pass on the left side now to Forbes. Forbes against the man-to-man, guarded by Phillips. Alfred backs away with a right-handed dribble. Goes to Ravenel on the right wing now to Pryor. 8 on the shot clock. Here's Forbes at the foul line. He'll pull up off the dribble and drains a 16-footer. Alfred Forbes has now scored 8 points, and the Terriers have a 19-15 lead. Fleming into the forecourt, working against Pryor. High up on the right side now. He goes to Bryson on the left wing, here's Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson goes left corner to Fleming. Three-pointer good. Joel Fleming left wide open, buries a tray. He's shooting 34% from outside the arc this year. That's his first 3 points of the night. Wofford's lead trimmed to 19-18 over the Catamounts. 6:40 to play in the half. Starzy Walker against the man-to-man along the left side. Penetrates to the foul line. Gives it away on the right wing to Ravenel. Bishop holding. Works with the left hand. Once to the floor to Walker. Another three-pointer on the way. Boy, is he cold. Shot no good off the back iron. And it goes off the basket support. So that ball will go out of bounds to the Catamounts. Starzy Walker did not score the other night against East Tennessee State. Went 0 for 3 from the field. And tonight I'm guessing he's 0 for 4 already. He'll take a seat. He's simply cold. DeGray, Chadwick, Forbes, Ravenel, and Pryor out there for the Terriers. Western with the ball, down a point. Fleming across the timeline, goes on the right wing to Bryson. Bryson goes on the left wing once again to Fleming. Fleming circling up top with his right hand, hands it away now to Irvin. Irvin going to put up a long three, and he drains it. Stacey Irvin putting up about a 22-footer from just to the right of the top of the key, and Western leads 21-19. Irvin averages 6.5 points per game off the bench for the Catamounts. Ian Chadwick against the man-to-man, left side to Forbes. Alfred thought about penetrating along the baseline, cut off by Whitmore. Instead goes in low to DeGray. Reggie wants to back in, and he traveled. Turnover to the Catamounts. Reggie wanted to back his way in on Jarvis Graham and shuffled the feet first. Got caught. Fleming will work it up the floor against Pryor on the right wing. He finds Irvin. Irvin on the right side now to Whitmore. Whitmore back to Irvin. Another three-pointer. This one misses. Alfred Forbes has the rebound go in and out of his hands, and Joey Bryson is there to pick it up off the floor and lay it in uncontested. Richard Johnson will use a timeout. Western has opened up a 4-point lead. Bryson has scored 8 points. 5:26 to go in the half. Catamounts up 4. Back in a moment on WSPA.
You'll enjoy the same. It's Spartanburg's most unique dining experience for lunch or dinner. The Peddler's Steakhouse in Town Square Mall across from Converse College.
AM 950 WSPA Spartanburg.
Terriers down 23-19 with the basketball, going left to right. 5:09 to play in the first half. Western now going to a 1-3-1 zone. Ian Chadwick's pass to Ravenel on the left wing is batted out of bounds at the far side by Dondrell Whitmore. Wofford will have 13 on the shot clock and will inbound the ball about even with the foul stripe at the far side. Terenthia White in, Bishop Ravenel out for Wofford. Terriers coaching staff calling for the motion offense. Pryor left wing to Chadwick, almost stolen by Whitmore. 6 on the shot clock for Forbes. Baseline to Pryor, 3 on the shot clock, 2 for Chadwick. Puts it to the floor. Did he get it off in time? No. He put it in off the glass from the foul line, but the shot will not count as the Terriers are called for a shot clock violation. Chadwick had a pretty good look from 3, but decided to creep up closer, and by the time he got the shot off, he didn't have enough time. Western up 4 with the ball. On the right wing, here's Whitmore up top to Graham wearing the high socks. Feed goes in the paint, but Graham traveled first. Jarvis Graham called for the walk. Terriers will get the ball, trailing 23-19. John Pryor will walk it into the forecourt for the Terriers along the far side. Pryor cross court to Chadwick at the near side. Western spreading the floor defensively as the Terriers try to spread him out. Skip pass on the left wing to White. Western's gone to a 2-1-2 zone. Here's Chadwick to Pryor, high up on the left side. Back up top to Chadwick, guarded there by Graham. They've got a 6'7" guy up top of the zone. That's an interesting look. High pass to White. Touch pass inside from the left corner to DeGray in on the block, and we get a foul call against the Catamounts. That's Joel Fleming's first, 5 on the team. Possession foul for Wofford. First time tonight. We'll see Natter Miller get some action as the senior guard checks in at 6'5". He will replace Terenthia White. Miller on the left wing, up top to Chadwick. Now gives it away to Pryor. Western remains in the zone. Chadwick 25 feet away on the left side to Pryor. Right wing to Miller. Natter looking around for a cutter. Chadwick on the left wing, back up to Pryor. Fleming giving him all sorts of room. Wofford down 4. Miller on the right wing, back up to Pryor. Pryor thinking about penetrating against Fleming. Dishes off to Miller. No three-pointer there. Now he drives toward the lane. Kicks it away. Left wing to Chadwick. Went up for the shot. It was stripped out of his hands by Irvin. Now at the other end, Fleming racing all the way. Missed the layup. Rebound out of bounds to Wofford. Joel Fleming tries the finger roll going coast to coast, and he simply missed everything. Tried to drive through traffic. 23-19, Catamounts lead. 3:38 to play in the half. Terriers' last couple of possessions have been standing around some against the Western zone. John Pryor met at the midcourt circle by Irvin. Right wing to Miller. Pryor's pass batted away by Irvin. Now Graham wants to send it up the floor to Irvin on a fast break on the steal, but he throws it away out of bounds over the end line to Wofford. Tell you what, this could be turning into a disaster for the Terriers. Twice the Catamounts have had transition opportunities off steals. Both times they've blown those opportunities. Natter Miller high up on the left side to Chadwick, up top to Pryor. Western again playing a spread out 2-3 zone. Pryor, skip pass left wing Chadwick. Baseline to Forbes, elevates for the jumper, misses it from in close. DeGray has the rebound taken out of his hands by Bryson, but the ball's over the end line to Wofford. Reggie DeGray was thinking about going back up with his shot before he secured it. Bryson stripped the ball, but luckily for the Terriers, it trickled over the end line before Bryson could find the handle. Forbes inbounds underneath to Miller. Return to Forbes along the right baseline as he was double-teamed. Up top to Davis. Left corner now to Miller. Natter for 3. No good back iron. And the rebound is taken off by Stacey Irvin for the Catamounts. Fleming wants to penetrate with his right hand around Forbes. Ball loose on the floor as Alfred got a piece of it. Out of bounds to Wofford. Last touch by Western Carolina's Joey Bryson. Both teams right now looking quite sloppy offensively. We have 2:47 to play in the half. Wofford still trailing the Catamounts 23-19. Western going to a doubling defense now out of that zone. Chadwick has the ball taken out of his hands. It's out of bounds to Western. Stacey Irvin knocked it out of his hands, and the ball went out of bounds over the far side. Last touch by Ian Chadwick. Right now, Western pressuring the ball, and the Terriers not looking very mentally tough, trying to hang on to it. Fleming goes on the left side to Bryson. Bryson back up top to Fleming, who's directing traffic. Now the Terriers showing a matchup zone themselves. On the right wing, here's Bryson. Bryson guarded by DeGray, gets it baseline to Graham. Hook shot won't go over Forbes. Rebound tipped several times. Loose along the end line, out of bounds to the Terriers. Natter Miller was battling Joey Bryson for the loose ball. Bryson touched it last. Substitution for the Catamounts now. Brett Carey into the lineup. Joel Fleming, the Catamounts point guard, will check out. Terriers have Forbes, Davis, Chadwick, Miller, and DeGray out there. Donald Davis goes into the forecourt with a right wing pass to Chadwick. And again, the Terriers want to bring Western out of this zone. A 2-3 look right here. Chadwick eyed by Graham, given all sorts of room. Right wing to Miller, back up to Chadwick. Chadwick has to bounce around at Irvin with his dribble. Now Miller open for a long three-pointer. Not even close. Rebound loose. And it comes off to Darrell Whitmore, or Dondrell Whitmore, I should say, for the Catamounts. They've got the ball leading by 4 points. A minute 40 to play in the first half. Carey running the point, high up on the left side to Bryson. Terriers sunk back in their zone now. Carey wants to penetrate, instead dishes off. Three-pointer put up and scored by Irvin. Stacey Irvin now has 6 points, and Western Carolina enjoys their biggest lead of the night at 26-19. A minute 20 to play in the first half. Ian Chadwick high up on the right side, again against that zone, guarded out there by Graham. Chadwick handling out front between his legs with the dribble. 20 on the shot clock. Terriers in no hurry. They want Western Carolina to come after him. Chadwick skip pass left corner to Miller. No look feed inside to DeGray. Reggie knifes to the basket. Finger roll good off the glass. That was well done. Good ball movement. And Western Carolina's lead is 26-21. We have 50 seconds to play in the first half. In the left corner, here's Bryson to Carey. On the right wing now, it's Whitmore, guarded there by Chadwick. In the corner to Carey. Carey's pass inside for Graham, off his foot, and recovered by Reggie DeGray along the baseline. Terriers have it. 1 second differential between the game shot and the shot clock. We have 28 seconds to play in the half as Donald Davis will ease it into the forecourt. Again, Western will sink back in that zone. Looks like a floating 1-1-3 almost the way they're set up. Forbes right wing to Chadwick. Chadwick to Davis. 13 seconds on the shot clock for Donald. Crossover move into the paint. Hangs in the air. Jumper from 7 won't go. Rebound tipped out to Chadwick. Shot with 6 seconds. No good from 18 feet away. Rebounds out of bounds to the Terriers over the end line. Last touch by Whitmore with 3.5 seconds to work with. Wofford trying to get a bucket here and go to the locker room down less than 5. Right here they trail 26-21. See if the Terriers run a set play with 3.5 seconds to work with. Alfred Forbes will be the trigger man over the end line. Now Western, of course, will go back to a man-to-man set. Forbes looking to inbound the ball, having trouble. Left wing Chadwick, long three-pointer short as the buzzer goes, and there's your first half. We have played 20 minutes of college basketball here at the Benjamin Johnson Arena. Your score, the Westway through the first half. App State leads UNC Greensboro 18-6. Furman leads Georgia Southern 16-10. Second half underway. Western with the ball, leading by 5 points. In purple, they're moving from left to right. Terriers in white, going from right to left. In the paint, ball comes low to Jarvis Graham. Backs in on Reggie DeGray. Fall-away jumper from the baseline, good from 6 feet. Jarvis Graham showing a nice touch with a high-arcing shot over Reggie DeGray, and the Catamounts are up 28-21. Ian Chadwick on the right wing as the Catamounts will open a man-to-man set. Chadwick working against Drummond. Left side now to Reggie DeGray. DeGray circles up top with his dribble, gives away to Davis at the three-point circle. Ball fake, penetrates, gets it back away to Chadwick at the three-point circle. 12 on the shot clock for Ian. Bounce feed in low to Crenshaw. He's double-teamed. Return to Chadwick along the baseline. Hangs in the air. Misses a 7-footer in and out. Rebound loose along the end line. Last touch by Whitmore. Out of bounds to Wofford. Terriers get the ball back with 19:08 to play. Alfred Forbes will look to trigger it in. Right wing to Reggie DeGray. Up top to Chadwick to Davis. Davis guarded out there by Fleming. Both at 6 foot even. Now Chadwick double teamed along the right wing. Has to circle up top with his dribble. Left wing to Davis. Donald for 3. Too much. Terriers still called from the perimeter. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Alfred Forbes over to the Catamounts. Western's 7-point lead, matching their biggest margin of the ball game, and they've got the ball. Fleming in no hurry as Davis will greet him at the midcourt circle. Right wing now to Phillips. Phillips again, only 3 first half points. He'll circle left with his dribble in the corner to Fleming. Runs baseline around Davis. Puts up an 8-footer and misses it. Alfred Forbes clears for Wofford. Davis pushes it up the floor. Right wing in the forecourt to Chadwick. Return to Davis. Donald gets it up high to Crenshaw. Mack handling out front against Graham. Mack has yet to put it to the floor. He gives it away to Forbes. Up top again to Davis. Western remains in their man-to-man set. Davis working with the left hand. Nowhere to go as he tries to get around Fleming to Crenshaw. 12 on the shot clock for Chadwick. High up on the left side. Ian looks to penetrate. Again cut off. Crenshaw with 8 on the shot clock. Puts it to the floor. Drives into the paint. Hangs in the air. Misses a 6-footer. Gets his own rebound. Hook shot won't go on the follow. Rebound out of bounds to Wofford. Off the hands of Jarvis Graham. Terriers get the ball back. 18:04 to play in the ball game. Catamounts up 28-21. Terriers still cold from the field right now. Forbes will look to trigger it in. Alfred holding the ball over the end line. Having trouble. Better hurry. Lobs it out high to Reggie DeGray. DeGray angling to the right wing with his dribble. Picks it up. Gives it up top now with a high pass to Chadwick. Right wing to Crenshaw. Mack gets it up top to Forbes. Alfred has to reach for a pass down around his ankle. Now he lobs it low for DeGray. He'll back in on Whitmore. Hook shot short. No good. And the rebound comes away to Bryson for Western. Fleming has the ball knocked out of his hands. Loose along the end line. Over to Western. Ball last touch by a diving Reggie DeGray, who tried to make the save. 7-point Western lead. They will inbound underneath the Terrier basket. Drummond looking to get it in. Goes in the right corner to Bryson. He's fouled by Reggie DeGray. Reggie got a hand on him. That'll be 2 on Reggie, and the first this half on the Terriers. Neither team in much of foul trouble. The Terriers have DeGray and Crenshaw with 2 apiece. No Catamount has committed more than 1 personal foul. In the first half, each team only committed 5 fouls. Reggie DeGray will check out. Western will inbound the ball in the right corner to Bryson. Bryson guarded out there by Terrenthia White. Up top to Phillips, runs right side of the lane, scores, and he's fouled. Ran into McCarthy Crenshaw. Crenshaw got him with the body, and then Phillips finished with the layup, and that'll give him a chance to complete a three-point play. 3 fouls now on Mac Crenshaw. So just as we told you nobody was in foul trouble, Mac commits his third. Bobby Phillips with 5 points on the night. 1 of 1 from the line. Misses the free throw, and Alfred Forbes corrals it for the Terriers, who find themselves trailing 30-21. Donald Davis between his legs with the dribble on the left wing to Terrenthia White. Foul line to Forbes. Alfred holding out high. Left wing to Davis. Runs baseline. Cut off by a double team. Comes back up to Chadwick. Guarded there by Drummond. Left wing to Crenshaw. Crenshaw hands to Davis. 14 on the shot clock. Baseline feed to Forbes. He'll back in on Phillips. Bumps bodies. Puts up a shot. It's short from 6 feet. And Phillips has the rebound. Fleming on his way up the floor. Has the ball knocked away by Davis, but Fleming recovers. Right wing to Phillips. Phillips tries to split a double team. Instead kicks it away. Three-pointer missed that time by Drummond, but Phillips has the rebound. Davis almost comes up with a steal, but Phillips gets it back. He'll hand to Fleming, and the Catamounts will start over. They lead it 30-21. 16:40 to play. Whitmore runs right baseline. Shot blocked by Crenshaw. Will come out of bounds here at the near side, and Western will get it back as Mack touched it last. McCarthy Crenshaw getting a piece of a shot put up by Dondrell Whitmore. Fleming with the ball up top against the Terriers' man-to-man set. Switches over to a left-handed dribble against Davis. Wheels into the paint. Shot no good. Bryson not boxed out, and he puts it back with the tip in. Joey Bryson at 6'5" now has scored 10 points, and the Terriers will use a 20-second timeout. Bryson now in double figures with a 5-point lead, and now they have outscored the Terriers 6, their first away from home. Women's college basketball, the Wofford ladies at the half are trailing Western Carolina 45-41. For the Terriers, Donald Davis along the right side, up top to Ian Chadwick. Chadwick, right wing to Davis. Donald lets fly with a 3, no good. Rebound, Terrenthia White, ball stripped out of his hands by Fleming as he tries to go back up. Now Bryson running coast to coast the other way, layup no good. Rebound tipped up and missed by Bryson. Graham has it for Western. He goes back up, ball stripped out of bounds, last touch by Terrenthia White. 32-21 your score. Catamounts leading. 15:56 to go in the ball game, and we have a media timeout. Breaking the action. Catamounts lead by 11. More Terrier basketball in 1 minute here on 21, Citadel 16. 9:40 to play in the first half. Davidson 17, VMI 15, and Furman leads Georgia Southern at the break 31-26. Right here, Wofford down 11. Western inbounding the ball, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Donald Davis. At the far side, Davis got a piece of a pass intended for Fleming. So Western again will inbound the ball, only this time near the midcourt stripe at the far side. Fleming double team, tries to step through. Ball knocked out of his hands, loose at the far side, out of bounds to Wofford. Last touch by Joey Bryson. Nice job by Donald Davis and Ian Chadwick to collapse on a double team and force the turnover. Davis goes left corner with a high pass to Chadwick. Has to leave his feet to gather it in. Chadwick returns to Davis up top. Davis, skip pass on the left wing to right. One's baseline around. Graham finger roll good. Terrenthia White exploding with the first step to the basket. And the Terriers now trail 32-23. Fleming along the right wing with his dribble between the legs against Donald Davis. Fleming with the left hand to the floor. Now gives it away to Bryson along the left wing. Return to Fleming. Fleming guarded by Davis. And we've got a whistle off the ball. Alfred Forbes has been called for a foul. His second, Wofford's third. Terriers have cut the Western Carolina lead down to 9 points. Into the ball game for the Catamounts, Stacy Irvin along with Brett Carey. Western going to a shorter lineup. Catamounts looking to trigger it in over the end line. Pass stolen away by Alfred Forbes. Got off his feet, took it away from Brett Carey. Forbes on the right wing, up top to White, left wing to Davis. Donald works into the paint with his dribble. Cross-court Chadwick. Open for a three-pointer, drains it. Ian Chadwick now has 8 points. That's his second tray of the ball game, and boy, did he need that. 32-26. Terriers pressing, trailing by 6. For Western, it's going to be Drummond running right right baseline. His pass in the paint to Graham, knocked away by Chadwick. Picked up by Graham off the floor. He lays it in, and he is fouled. That's about the fourth or fifth time tonight Western Carolina has taken advantage of a scramble off the floor to get an easy bucket. Reggie DeGray called for his third foul, 4 on the team. And now Jarvis Graham, who has 6 points, will go to the line for the first time tonight, looking to complete the three-point play. 61% shooter, drains the free throw. And the Catamounts again lead it by 9. It's 35-26, 14:45 to play in the ball game. Donald Davis, crossover move, runs down the lane. He's fouled. Got a step that time on Brett Carey, called for his second foul. That is just the first team foul this half against the Catamounts.
Number 5, Joel Fleming.
Joel Fleming back into the Western lineup. Brett Carey, who gave him a brief respite out of the ball game. Alfred Forbes to inbound over the unline. Alfred inbounds on the left wing now to Chadwick, up top to Donald Davis. Davis, right wing to Terenthiel White. Terenthiel holding, looking for a cutter, works the floor with the right hand, goes to Chadwick. Ian looking to penetrate, hangs in the air, misses a 12-footer. Rebound loose on the floor, and it comes away to Fleming for Western Carolina. Western getting all the loose balls right now. They're up 9 with possession. Fleming against Davis out of the man-to-man. Left wing to Graham, guarded there by White. Terenthiel called for a hand check. 1 on Terenthiel. That's 5 on the team. Bishop Ravenel, who played in the first half and did not score,
Number 24, Bishop Ravenel.
played 7 minutes. Took 1 shot. Will check in for Wofford. Terenthiel White will sit down now. Inbounds pass comes up top to Drummond. Thought about a three-pointer. Then he put it to the floor and he traveled. Drummond got confused. Wasn't sure whether to shoot or pass or do what. And he ended up turning the ball over. 35-26. Catamounts up. Donald Davis at the point for Wofford as the Terriers look to run a 1-4 set. Chadwick pops out high, and he'll back away to the midcourt stripe with his dribble. Gives away to Forbes, gets around his man, drives the lane, scores, and he's fouled. Alfred Forbes hangs in the air, draws contact, and he finishes as he scores from 6 feet out off the glass. Alfred now has scored 10 points, and he'll have a shot at completing the three-point play. Joel Fleming coming over to help on defense. Called for the foul, his second, team second. Alfred got around Whitmore with a big first step. 14 minutes to play, and now Forbes, who is shooting 51% from the line this year, will look to complete the three-point play as he steps up. Alfred has struggled from the stripe this year. Free throw on the way, good. Substitution. Starzy Walker in. Alfred Forbes will get a hand as he comes off. Wofford down 35-29. And the Terriers will press in the full floor. Fleming will look to inbound for Western. He gets to run the baseline. Davis with a hand at his face, and Fleming will use a timeout. Western Carolina using a timeout. 14 minutes to play. It's a 20-second timeout for the Catamounts. 14 minutes to play. Terriers down 6. Back in a moment on AM 950 WSB.
Steakhouse in Town Square Mall across from Converse College.
AM 950 WSBA Spartanburg.
Off the press, come away with a steal. Starzy Walker steals the inbounds pass from Fleming and lays it in.
Walker.
Western's lead is down to 4 points. This time the Catamounts break the press with ease. Phillips in the right corner goes to Fleming on the wing. Down low on the block to Graham. Mismatch, but his shot over Chadwick is an air ball from the baseline. Missed a 5-footer. Donald Davis with the rebound. Left wing to Gray. Reggie for 3. No good. Rattles out. And the rebound comes off to Fleming. Catamounts up 35-31. Fleming races all the way down the floor, pulls up, misses a 12-footer from just inside the foul line, and Ian Chadwick cradles the rebound for Wofford. He may have caught another finger to the nose. That's been a regular occurrence for Ian this year. He had a broken nose earlier this season. 13-10 to go. Wofford down 4. Starzy Walker has it. High up on the right side to Chadwick. Chadwick, left wing to Ravenel. Lobs it low for DeGray. Got behind his man, missed the layup. Rebound loose along the end line. Last touch by Chadwick, out of bounds to the Catamounts. Reggie DeGray shook open that time, but then missed the chippy inside. Again, the Terriers pressing. Fleming Gets it in the backcourt to Irvin. Irvin to Fleming at the far side. Double team. Finally gets it ahead now to Bryson to Irvin. Irvin left alone at the three-point circle. Buries it. Boy, does he have a nice touch. Stacey Irvin now has 9 points, all from outside the arc. And the Catamounts lead balloons up to 7 points, 38-31, with 12:37 to play. Chadwick up top to Walker, left side to Davis. Western has played man-to-man defense exclusively here in the half. Davis kicks it left wing to Walker, up top Chadwick, thought about a three, drives around Bryson, draws the foul from Bryson. Joey Bryson called for his first. That's 3 on the Catamounts this half. 38-31, Western leading. Alfred Forbes, Rashane DeLoach back in for the Terriers, along with Walker, Chadwick, and Pryor. Catamounts zone defense very effective in the first half. We've yet to see it in the second. Forbes up top to Chadwick to Pryor on the right side. Pryor tries to get it inside. Pass deflected away by Graham. Graham ahead of the field. Jams with his right hand. Jarvis Graham has 7 second half points. 9 on the night, and that's Western's lead at 40-31 with 12:02 to play in the ball game. That hurt. Chadwick drives around Bryson. Down the right wing, here's Walker. Starzy for 3. It's short. Boy, he pushed that thing. Rebound comes off to Fleming. He'll race up the floor. Right wing to Drake, and he'll get it underneath to Phillips, who lays it in. Transition bucket for Phillips, and Western's lead is back up to 11 points. It's 42-31, and the Terriers will use a timeout. Western using the transition bucket right there to balloon their lead back up to double digits. The Terriers lead 42-31. We have 11:40 to play in the ball game. Following the Terrier timeout, John Pryor will be met by Fleming at the midcourt circle. High up on the right side to Starzy Walker, to Forbes 17 feet away, dead ahead. Now here's Pryor circling back up top. Walker, right wing to Bishop Ravenel, drives into the lane, goes to Pryor on the left wing. 13 on the shot clock as Pryor backs up with his dribble against Fleming. High up on the right side to Chadwick. Drives to the baseline, hangs in the air, finds Walker underneath, and Starzy lays it in with a slashing move to the basket. Terriers again will press, and Ravenel commits a foul as he went over the back of one of the Catamounts, trying to intercept the inbounds pass. Western Carolina's lead is 42-33. Ravenel called for his first personal. That's 6 on the team. Catamounts inbound in the backcourt, and Irvin loses the ball out of bounds over the end line. He was uncontested, but he heard footsteps, and he dropped the ball on the end line. Terriers will get it on the turnover, down 9 points. Walker looking to inbound over the end line, and his pass is deflected and stolen by Fleming. Fleming races one-on-one down the floor against Pryor, kicks it away to Irvin, left open for a 3. Too much this time. Rebound tipped, comes down to Bryson. He goes up for the putback, and what do we have? Ball over to Wofford. Apparently Bryson stepped on the end line. Terriers get it back, trailing 42-33. 10:54 to play. Terriers trying to make a run at home. Pryor along the right side. Hook pass to Chadwick up top. Ian, bounce pass at the foul line to Forbes. Drives into the lane, pulls up and gets the nice roll. Scores on a 12-footer. It's a 7-point Western lead, 42-35. In the backcourt, here's Bryson wheeling into the forecourt against Walker. Almost a steal for Pryor, but the Catamounts will set up with Fleming out high against the Terriers man-to-man. Bryson to Irvin, 30 feet away out high. Left wing to Whitmore, runs baseline around Ravenel. Now he gets pinned in, and his pass is stolen by Walker. Starzy running 1-on-3, going to do it himself, and he scores off the window. Starzy Walker hits a leaner. It's 42-37. Catamounts down to a 5-point lead, and the press creates another turnover. Chadwick with the steal. Left corner, Pryor for 3, no good. Walker has the rebound. Starzy goes up and scores. He's just 6'2", and he is really working hard on the offensive glass. It's a 3-point Catamount. Lifts the press, gets it into Fleming. Fleming double teamed at the near side in the backcourt. Almost loses his dribble. Instead gets it down the floor to Drummond. His shovel pass in and out of Phillips' hands, but he gets it back. Irvin, 3-point circle, skip pass right wing to Drummond, up top to Fleming. And Western was settled with 17 on the shot clock. Drummond, right corner to Graham. He's going to put up a 17-footer, and he buries it. Jarvis Graham showing a nice touch from the perimeter that time. He has scored 11 points, and it's 44-39 in favor of the Catamounts with 9:20 to play. Forbes Left wing now to Davis. Davis runs baseline around Fleming. Lost the ball out of bounds off his knee. Crowd wanting a foul call as somebody hacked at Donald Davis. Fleming did on his way to the basket, but no call. Western up 5. They'll inbound in the backcourt again against the press, and it's almost thrown away. Graham has to recover in the near corner. He almost throws it away, but Irvin saves it at the far side. Fleming guarded by DeGray in the backcourt, and Reggie fouled him. Reggie a little too aggressive, and
Western Carolina Joel Fleming in the 1-1 in lineup for the
he is a 79% free throw shooter, best on the Catamounts club. So this is the guy the Terriers least want up there. Shoots with his right hand, and it's good. He'll get the bonus. 45-39. Lead back up to 6 points. Fleming trying to get into double figures for a 5th consecutive game. Had 10 assists in the win for Western Saturday night against Furman. Second shot good. And Western's lead is up to 7, 46-39. Donald Davis will be met in the backcourt by Drummond, but he gets it forecourt, far side to Chadwick, back up top to Davis, right side to Chadwick. Chadwick 25 feet away. He'll go with a skip pass, left corner to Walker to Davis. Davis against the zone now to Ravenel. Up top to Chadwick to Davis. Donald, left corner, Walker. Starzy for 3, too much. Long rebound, gathered in by Chadwick. Chadwick runs baseline, kicks it out to Davis. Left wing Walker. Starzy down the lane, has his pass blocked and stolen away. A steal for Irvin. Outlet forecourt to Graham. He'll put up a short jumper and miss from in the lane. Chadwick with the rebound, running 2-on-2 with Forbes. Crossover move, missed the layup. Walker's follow won't go. Rebound Western. Drummond on the run, 2-on-1. Hits Phillips, filling the lane. He's fouled hard by Donald Davis. Good foul for Donald Davis. Phillips will not get the uncontested bucket. He'll have to earn it at the line. Things getting a bit ratty out there. 8:18 to play in the ball game. Catamounts are up 46-39, and now Bobby Phillips, who is 1 for 2 from the line tonight, will get to shoot a couple. He has scored 7 points from Salisbury, North Carolina. First shot rims out. He'll get another. Junior college transfer from Western Nebraska. Junior college had 20 points the other night against Furman. Second shot is good. And it's 47-39. Catamounts by 8 points. Donald Davis into the forecourt, high up on the left side to Chadwick. Return to Davis. Western has gone back into that effective zone, a 2-3 set. Chadwick, right wing to Davis. Davis looking around for a cutter in the paint to Forbes. Alfred gets around Graham with a move, but a layup won't go. Rebound comes off to Western, and Bobby Phillips. Phillips loses the ball, trying to dribble through traffic at the midcourt stripe. Ball out of bounds, far side to Wofford. That's a break for the Terriers. 7:55 to play. 47-39, Catamounts lead. Chadwick again looking at the 2-3 zone. Goes on the right wing to Donald Davis. Davis, foul line to Forbes. Forbes, left corner now to Starzy Walker. Walker, up top to Chadwick. Ian will back away with his dribble. Now drives to his right, gives away to Davis. Donald for 3, no good. And a box out and a rebound for Graham. However, the ball's taken out of his hands by Ravenel. Forbes drives to the basket, fouled on his way. He'll get to shoot a couple. Bishop Ravenel not letting that possession die, even though Jarvis Graham came down with the ball. Ravenel poked it out of his hands. Forbes was there to pick it up. Layup won't go, but we get a foul against the Catamounts. Jarvis Graham committing his second, 4 on the team this half. 7:29 to play. Wofford down 47-39. Alfred Forbes tonight has scored 13 points, and he will get to shoot 2. First shot on the way, rattles and drops. Alfred now 2 of 2 from the line. That has been a sore point for him as of late. Entering the night, he had made just 3 of his last 10 free throws. 47-40, Mac Crenshaw into the Terrier lineup. Starzy Walker will take a seat. Forbes bends at the knees. Senior puts it up with the right hand. Perfect. 47-41. This time the Terriers will not press off the made free throw as Graham will bring it up the floor for the Catamounts. Terriers settle into their 1-3-1 matchup zone. Whitmore high up on the left side to Fleming. Left corner to Phillips. Got to watch him baseline. Now Fleming on the left wing. Up top to Irvin. Guarded there by Davis. Right wing to Drummond. Going to let go of the three. It's short. Rebound Bishop Ravenel. Terriers with the ball down 6. 7 minutes to play. Davis almost commits the carry. Here's Chadwick to Davis on the right wing. Donald directing traffic. He'll back away with a dribble. Guarded out there by Fleming. Donald looking for somebody to move without the ball. 18 on the shot clock. Chadwick along the left wing. Tries to drive left. Does so, and the layup is good. And he's fouled. Ian Chadwick running baseline. He made an explosive first step around Irvin with his left hand. Finished with the layup, and the backside help came over to foul him. It's 47-43. Chadwick now has 10 points, and he'll get a chance to complete the three-point play. That's 5 team fouls this half against the Catamounts. 2 on Dondrell Whitmore as he came over to help out after Chadwick got around his man. Chadwick's free throw rims out, rebound tipped, and it comes down to the Catamounts and Stacy Irvin. 47-43, Western leading. 6:31 to go. Whitmore high up on the left side gives away to Fleming, who's directing traffic. Fleming left corner now to Drummond, back up to Fleming. Fleming kicks it away to Irvin. Thought about a long three, but Forbes got in the way. Now right corner, Drummond for 3, buries it. Give Western credit. They're hitting the big shots when they need to. First 3 points of the night for Derek Drummond. 50-43 at the other end. Forbes misses a three-pointer from the right corner. Rebound tipped, loose on the floor. Finally comes down to Fleming for Western. They've got a 7-point lead in the ball. Again, the Terriers get as close as 4 points. They can't get over the hump. Fleming out front, goes on the left wing to Whitmore. Corner now to Drummond. Drummond to Fleming. Pass underneath a diagonal feed, and the ball's laid in by Dondrell Whitmore. And we'll get a timeout taken by the Catamounts. A full timeout at that. Western has ballooned the lead back up to 9 points. 5:46 to go. We'll bring it up the floor, down 9 points. It was a 3-point deficit just a minute and a half ago. The Catamounts have gone on a 6-0 run. Donald Davis angling to the right wing with his dribble, gets it up top to Starzy Walker. Walker left side to Forbes, backs in on Phillips, turns and scores off the window. Nice move by Alfred Forbes as he put it up over Phillips, who's 3 inches taller, and it's 52-45. Catamounts double teamed in the backcourt, finally get it away, middle of the floor to Bryson. Bryson picks up his dribble, goes on the left wing to Phillips, back up top to Fleming. He'll set up against the Terriers' man-to-man defense. Drummond, right corner now to Whitmore, back up to Fleming, high on the right side. Fleming bounce pass low to Phillips, backs in on Forbes as he posts him up. Shot gets the roll. Bobby Phillips hitting a baseline jumper from the right side, and the Catamount lead is 54-45 with 4:55 to play. Davis cross court to Walker, now on the right wing. Here's Bishop Ravenel. Ravenel against the Catamount 2-3 zone, goes to Walker. Walker up top to Davis. Richard Johnson up off the bench saying somebody move. Here's Forbes dead ahead. Alfred drives right side of the lane, shovels low to DeGray, and he lays it in. Contact, no call as Forbes got the pass away to DeGray. 2 bodies hit the floor. Terriers pressing, nearly a steal, and Western Carolina uses a timeout to avoid a travel. Picked up off the floor by Bryson, and before he rolled over and traveled backcourt against the full court press, Bobby Phillips looking to inbound the ball. Gets it into Drummond. Drummond gets it to Fleming, center of the floor. Forecourt now to Phillips on the left wing. Thought about driving to the basket, cut off by Forbes. Now he shakes around Forbes, gets it underneath to Whitmore. Double teamed, his layup won't go. Rebound tip, still loose. What do we have? A foul call on the loose ball against the Terriers. And Western will get to shoot 1 and 1. Ian Chadwick called for his first. That'll be the team's 9th.
Number 25, Jarvis Graham.
And to the line for the Catamounts, Joey Bryson, shooting 1 and 1. First trip of the night for Bryson to the stripe, a 55% shooter. He has scored 10 points in the ball game, shot good. He'll get the bonus. And the Catamounts are up 55-47. Terenthio White out, Reggie DeGray in. Chadwick, Forbes, DeGray, Davis, and Walker out there for Wofford. Second shot coming up for Joey Bryson, a sophomore. And it rattles and drops. Down it goes. Catamounts up 9. Terriers down to 4 minutes and 14 seconds. Ian Chadwick in the forecourt drops a pass from Davis, but picks it up. Foul line feed goes to Forbes. Alfred going to put up a 15-footer. Won't go. Uncontested rebound for Jarvis Graham. Nobody was underneath on the offensive glass for the Terriers. And now Western with a 9-point lead at the ball and the ball. Fleming will ease it into the forecourt. Up top, here's Drummond. Feeds Phillips with a bounce pass along the baseline. Fall away jumper is good. Nice touch for Bobby Phillips as he hits a 7-footer. And the Catamounts are up 11, 58-47. Ian Chadwick at the three-point circle goes to Davis on the right side. Davis skip pass left wing to Walker against the zone. Feed in the paint to Forbes. Bobbles the pass, gets it back, puts it up, and shot won't go. No goaltending call as somebody hit the rim as it was up there. And the rebound will go out of bounds to Wofford. Last touch by Bryson. Somebody hit the rim. Somebody hit the net with the ball bounding around on the rim. And we didn't get a whistle from the officials, surprisingly. Starzy Walker will look to inbound the ball. Gets it on the left wing to Chadwick. Corner to Walker. Starzy will circle up top with the right hand. No-look pass stolen by Graham. However, his pass is stolen by Walker. Terriers get it back. Still trailing by 11. Reggie DeGray along the right baseline. 3:06 to go. Back up to Donald Davis. Western has gone back to their man-to-man set. Here's Chadwick driving left, kicks it away to Walker. Starzy for 3, no good, too much. Rebound pulled in by Bobby Phillips. 58-47, Catamounts lead, and they have the basketball with 2:46 to go. Phillips goes up top to Fleming. Fleming goes right baseline, wide open shot. Put up and missed by Bryson from 10 feet. Weak side rebound to Chadwick. Ian races forecourt, lobs it underneath. Ball out of bounds, last touched by one of the Catamounts. He was lobbing it low for Walker. Bryson got up and got a piece of it. So the Terriers will inbound over the end line. That's a break for Wofford. Not a very good pass by Ian Chadwick. Terriers have done some very flippant things down the stretch. Walker inbounds left corner to Chadwick. Guns up a 3. It's an air ball. Rebound comes away to Phillips. And Fleming will bring it up the floor for the Catamounts with 2:20 to play. Phillips driving all the way, lane to the basket. Layup won't go. However, the ball is rebounded and tipped in by Joey Bryson. 60-47. Catamounts by 13. Richard Johnson uses a timeout. 2:10 to play in the ball game. Western Carolina with their best. If you're keeping score, that's 9%. Terriers as a whole from the field, 20 of 60, 33%. They trail 60-47 with 2:09 to play in the ball game as Donald Davis has it high up on the right side with his dribble. Davis gives away to Ian Chadwick. Chadwick against Western zone goes to Davis. Back to Chadwick high up on the right side. Wofford does not have much time to play with. Here's Davis pulling up off the dribble. 10-footer is short. Rebound tip comes back out to Chadwick. Runs into Drummond. No call. Right corner Ravenel. Bishop for 3. No good. Rebound loose. Comes down to Starzy Walker. Walker looks to go back up. Ball stripped by Fleming. Saved over the end line by Walker. Now Starzy drives to the basket. Wild layup is good. Starzy Walker with a double clutch, and then he scores. And the Terriers will use a timeout. Time growing short.
Kitchen Sinks, Ferguson Enterprises, 199 Quarry Road, just off Union Street in Spartanburg, and 402 Hyatt Street in Gaffney.
AM 950, WSPA, Spartanburg.
As we come back from the timeout, a long inbounds pass for Western Carolina, nearly stolen by John Pryor. However, Bryson comes up with it, runs baseline, puts up a switching hand shot, fouled by Pryor, and the shot went, wouldn't you know it. Western's lead is 13 points. Bryson will go to the line. John Pryor called for the foul. That's the team's 10th, his second. Bryson having a huge ball game. And his free throw is good. Western's lead 14 points with 1:31 to go. Bryson here in the second half has scored 9 points. He has 17 in the ball game. Donald Davis along the far side for Wofford, drives to the right wing, corner to Miller, back up to Davis. Western stays in that zone, which has been very effective. Pass underneath to Miller, Miller to Ravenel. Bishop drives through a double team, runs into Phillips, puts it in with the right hand on the finger roll. Bishop Ravenel with the bucket. And the Terriers are down a dozen with 1:10 to go. Chadwick looking for the steal here at the near side away from Fleming. However, Fleming gets it to Phillips. Terriers not fouling. Fleming out high at the midcourt circle, guarded by Chadwick. We're down to 1 minute in the ball game. Fleming gives it up to Carey. Carey to Fleming, back to Carey. Terriers not fouling. Carey working with the left hand all the way into the paint. Kicks baseline to Phillips. Running one-hander. Won't go. Rebound tipped up and in by Graham. Jarvis Graham again hurting the Terriers on the offensive glass. 42 seconds to go. Western up 65-51. Davis for three. Too much. Weak side rebound. Starzy Walker. Foul call. Who'd they get? They get Bobby Phillips with 35.7 seconds to go. That's Phillips' first, sixth on the team. A possession foul for Wofford. Western Carolina about to up their conference record to 2-2. Also about to go to 7-6 overall. The Terriers on the verge of dropping to 1-4 in conference play. And going to 3-12 overall, in danger of dropping a third straight. Walker will inbound to Davis. Donald goes to Forbes. Three-point circle. Shot short. Not even close. Rebound out of bounds to the Catamounts. 28.7 seconds to play. This one all over but the shouting. Western will inbound in the backcourt to Fleming. Double team. Gets it away to Phillips. Phillips back to Fleming. Terriers will back off as Fleming will bring it into the forecourt. Middle of the floor to Carey. Top of the circle. He'll back up with his dribble. Shot clock off. 14 seconds to play. Fleming to Carey. Carey holding the ball with 9. Carey guarded by Chadwick. This thing over. 7 seconds to go. Carey called for the double dribble with 4.4 seconds left. Not sure how he did it, but he did it. So the Terriers will inbound the ball. Inbound comes to Starzy Walker. Left wing Chadwick. Three-pointer at the buzzer. Good, wouldn't you know it. And that's the ball game. Your final score tonight here from the Benjamin Johnson Arena in Spartanburg.